What's up guys, welcome back to Print Hammer. We are doing another 40k model spotlight. Today we're looking at the Imperial Guard Super Tank, the Rogal Dorn. This style of grim dark scale tank is definitely my preferred style. There are other tanks in the line that look a lot more realistic, but I prefer models that have the exaggerated emphasis on the details as they match with the rest of the 40k armies a lot better. A huge tank that somehow feels more accessible than the Baneblades, though at its hefty cost in both points and cash, it certainly feels like another Baneblade. But everything is more accessible when you 3D print. Wait a second, why did this thing cost $20 in resin? Oh, the pre-supported files were whack and they forgot to hollow it. Well, yes, of course the pre-supported files were bending. You didn't hollow a brick. And we have a lot of options here, but it's obviously tough to differentiate tanks in Imperial Guard, specifically these three, the Rogal Dorn, the Leman Russ, and the Baneblade variants. The Baneblade and the Rogal Dorn are really tough because they both have a guy sitting on the top here, or can have a guy sitting on the top out the hatch. I don't think any of the Leman Russ variants ever have that, so generally if you can find the guy on the top, you got it narrowed down to these two, and then the more grimdark styled tank as opposed to the more realistic styled tank with how the treading works there. So that's what we're looking for here. First and foremost, we have red makers, perfect example here, giant treading, really leaning into that. Guy sitting out the hatch here, big guns, guns on the side, great example for what a Rogal Dorn would be perfect for a proxy. And one from the Maker's Cult here. It doesn't have the troop up at the top, but he does have the gun there, so just got to print one out for yourself, and this one looks perfect. This one from ThatEvilOne. This one actually looks really crisp, and I love the beret on the top of that guy mounting on the turret. This one from Alpine Weiss 3D, absolutely. This one from Alpine Weiss 3D. This is an absolutely beautiful model, and I really love how he presents his models. Another great example, him, Mr. Modular, people that really know how to, before the model's printed, to really show off the detailing there. From Ace Minis, we have a bit more leaning into the realistic style tank. We still have the spot for the guy at the top here, the guns on the side, and a little bit of the curvature on the tracks here, so you can still see that it's a Rogal Dorn. This one, the Leman Dorn from Wolf Minis, looks absolutely beautiful, and obviously you get two tanks there, either variants. Pretty easy to do that with any of the other ones though. This one is great looking though, a bit excessive on the guns I might say, a little bigger than you might say on the standard style, but maybe if you're running a Krieg army, really just packing in the big guns. And then the free option, I really like this combo here. I love that they have it in two separate ways. I think that makes it a lot safer for them. So this one is just a turret, which can be attached to the vehicle from a different free file. You combine these here with the hatches, and you will have a beautiful free Rogal Dorn. So they probably have hollow and supported files for it now, but if they do not, I strongly advise that you hollow and support it yourself. You will save money and time in the end just by avoiding the warping. A super fun tank to run, and without swinging the damages, it's probably hard to call it good or bad. An absolute beast against those thick toughness 7 and 8 squads, can roll up and just melt them all down. And a decent defensive profile, but the short range will definitely put your sweet resin brick at high risk. If you are enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe for more 40k 3D printed content.